Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's raining like crazy, so we're not doing anything outside right now. I've been in a trapping shed for about 5 hours, modifying traps, putting springs on stuff. I had a Duke 1.5 that, I know that looks a little big, but it's just because it's hanging right next to my phone. I had a trapping stake that was stuck in the ground. These are, let me check, 18-inch stakes. I've never had anything pull out of them. I love them. I've caught 30-pound, anything from a 2-pound possum to a 30-pound coon. Yes, I know that's an awful fur job right there. It's the fur's still drying, and it has, ow, gosh, it has so much fleshing to do on it. I have so much to do to that raccoon pelt. It won't be ready for another 2 months, just because of the way I am. But I figured I'd show y'all how I set up my traps, what I do to them, how I prefer them. And tomorrow morning I'm going to buy springs for my traps. I'm ordering tags soon, because I didn't realize you had to have tags on them. Or more like, I didn't have the money to do the tags. I kind of already knew I was supposed to have tags on them. But I like rubber jaw. I love rubber jaw. But I absolutely hate the rubber jaws on Victors. If you can see the rubber there, flimsy, and it just tears away. See? It's a beautiful, awesome, great trap. Works great for fox, maybe a bobcat. Wouldn't really recommend coyotes with it. When I'm setting for fox and bobcat and possum, occasional raccoon, this is the trap I use. If I know it's a possum den and I'm just targeting possum, I use this Duke 1.5 coil spring. I've got some traps that are actually on the way. They should be here in a couple of days. They are Duke number 1s. I got 2 of them for muskrat trapping and mink and stuff like that. So fingers crossed on them that they work out. But I'm showing you guys a couple of things today. One, how you need your trap set up to prevent from breaking animals' arms. With Dukes, they generally have longer chains, and I prefer to have 2 springs in it. But what happens is, so say your hand's caught in this and you do that, and there's no spring, you're just going to go pow and it's going to dislocate or break something. But you go pow with this and it stretches the spring out and animals fight the spring. I'd prefer, I'd have 2 swivels on this. I got a swivel up here, swivel down here. I would prefer to have a spring right here and right here on my traps. If you come over here to the MB550s, a trap this size. Now let's just get y'all a good size comparison. That's the difference. This can fit literally can fit inside of my MB550s. So that's why I don't use those for coyotes. They just pull right out. But if you look at this chain, there's not room for 2 springs. So you get 1 real heavy duty spring, and your line's going to be about like that. But when it's going to pay off in the end, you're going to hold more coyotes with less fur damage, less foot damage, to the point if you catch it, and you really just want to catch it, but you want to let it go, you can let it go and it's unharmed. These are not in action right now because I don't have the chain spring on them, and you might have noticed in my last video about the raccoon, that didn't have a spring on it. It was just a test thing to see if it was going to mess up the arms. The 2 swivels really helps out a lot. but it helps out even better if you have springs, which I would totally recommend springs. This trap is actually the same exact trap as this trap. I just did something to it, and I'm about to show you guys how to do it, why I did it, and what I did to it. So, what you're going to need, if you come to, and this is a Vicktor number 2. You need a flathead screwdriver. You're going to unscrew these 3, and if you look right here, there's 3 little bolts on this side, and you do the same on the other side. You unscrew those, and I'll catch up with you guys in just a second. And this should be done right about. And as I was saying, like I said, they're out now. Now that you've got your screws out, let me show you. No screws on either side. They're all right here. You need to save these screws. Very important. Save these screws. Do not lose one of them. It will mess your day up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. You're going to go ahead and get your trap set. Then you're going to take this off. My preferred way of doing this is taking a screwdriver and popping these little metal plates off. Very dangerous. Make sure your hands are not inside the jaws. Please, guys, don't be stupid. Like, for real. Because it does not feel good, trust me. The first time I did this, my hands were kind of inside the jaws, and the trap got fired. That is your strip of rubber. See how flimsy it is? It's not supposed to be that flimsy. Now for the fun part. The second jaws. Alright, now what you're going to do, what I do, you're going to take your piece that you just took off, see guys, that's what happens when your hand is inside the jaws, like a moron. Now you look, there's going to be a little piece, you pull it all out, you're going to set this back on your jaw. This is what your jaw is going to look like. You're going to take this, set it like that. You're going to turn it around and reverse it so it doesn't cut into the animal's foot when you catch him. And you're going to put your screws in. That should be done in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How'd that get there? What? I was right. It's done. That's what your finished product is going to look like. Now, you want to make sure you can set it. And your dog is going to go over it right. Make sure it fires properly. Ow. Now guys, this trap kind of just snapped on my finger. It just snapped on my finger. And for any of you anti-trappers out there that are hating on trappers, finger's still fine. And I'm not going to touch that, but you make sure it goes over there right. And ta-da! we just modified a trap. And you might be wondering, well, what? Oh, sorry, that's the dog. Alright, screw it. This is gonna drive me insane. You might be looking at your table like, what the heck? I've got all this rubber. What do I do with it? Trash it. Nobody likes it. Nobody cares about it. It's useless. You can't use it. So, trash it. Yeah. So, you know what? I gotta clean up right here. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. Just one. We're back. And it's perfectly clean. Except for my blender, which is my meat blender, if you can't tell, where I make my bait. Yes, I make my own bait. If you would like some, hit me up down below in the comments. It's a bait, not a lure. Don't get them confused. Lure, smell. Bait, lure, smell. They're curious to see what it is. Bait, smell, smells like food. Somebody else must put it there. I'm going to go steal it. Forgive me if it don't look nice. YouTube, if I'm ever 1 million subscribers and making money on every video, don't demonetize me for this, but ooh, that stinks. That right there, that is T3 trapping bait. And in case you're wondering, T3 trapping, aren't you Ditchbank Boys? Ditchbank Boys is an older name that I had a while back. T3 Trapping is my trapping company, business. I am a trapping business for anybody in the North Carolina, Martin County area. If you need animal control, raccoons in your barn, shed, coyotes eating your cats, anything, hit me up. Send me an email at ditchbankboys@gmail.com. DITCHBANKBOYS @gmail.com. Send me an email. I'll talk to you through there. Give you prices, stuff like that. And yeah, if you want some bait, it's $20 a thing, because that includes shipping right to your door, me making it, everything. And it won't just be pre-made lure. It will come straight from me. I blind it up. I have no extra. I make it when I get an order. You want bait? Let me know. $20. I'll give PayPal, Venmo, whatever. Well, PayPal, but that, or, you know what? Forget the PayPal. I'll give you address. You ship the money there. I send you the bait. I give you my word. It's a new bait thing. You will be seeing trapping videos of me catching things with it. Another thing I like to use at my sets, I use my bait, and I do a lot of duck hunting, and rabbit hunting, and squirrel hunting. And anybody that knows anything about duck hunting, all these feathers and stuff that you peel out of the chest, save them. Great for coyote sets. They see it. Looks like somebody tore something up and hid something down there. Let me go steal somebody else's food. Coyotes, think of them as thieves. A lot of times, you'll catch a coyote, he's carrying a piece of food, and he sees someone else's set. He's going to drop that piece of food, go get somebody else's food, take it, bury it 20 yards away, and then mark his stuff on it. Claim it as his, take his piece of meat, and go about his happy day. And he'll come back and eat that later. I'm Trip with Ditchbank Boys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you at the next video.